Esme here from the This Esme YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking over the FEI channel and showing you behind the scenes here at the London International Horse Show. Let's go! The London International Horse Show has a new home here at the ExCeL, so of course one of the first places I wanted to check out was the shopping area. But first, I might have had to wait to be let in. Alright everybody, I am here with international show jumper Joe Stockdale, and we're going to be taking on the shopping village, having a little look around. So Joe, here we have some very blingy Charles Owen helmets. Is that quite your style?
I'm not sure it's quite for me, the bling, but I have to say they're looking very sparkly.
I do have something that might be a little bit more your style. Over here, we have the This Esme helmets, but also I always find it really weird seeing this. You've not met my horse Joey yet, but there's a 3-meter version of him here, which is just absolutely huge. So I'm sure you'll have to come and meet him one day.
Yeah, nobody's going to miss you there, are they?
No, no. But Joe, would you like to try on a This Esme helmet? That is the real question.
Absolutely. Let's try one of these.
Oh, you've gone for the blue. It actually kind of goes with your mask, actually.
I'm colour coordinating.
Yep, matchy matchy. What do you guys think?
Suit me?
All right, Joe, should we have a look at some horse boxes?
Absolutely.
Come on in. Oh, wow, look at the candy canes and all the lights. It's really feeling Christmassy. Oh, we've got a little elf up here and everything. So Joe, what are you thinking of the new shopping area so far?
Oh, it looks great actually. I'm really impressed with how they've done it. You know, obviously coming from Olympia to here, everyone was a little bit apprehensive what it was going to look like, but I have to say it feels very similar. We've got some great shops all the way through here, and I think they've done a fantastic job. Yeah,
they've really made it Christmassy here at the ExCeL for the London International Horse Show. And there's also a really nice little middle area which makes it feel so airy and nice in here, and there are just so many shops. So you can definitely get your Christmas shopping in here today. But anyway, should we carry on having a little look around?
Yeah, let's have a look around.
Awesome. It's so cool that they have a bar in the middle of the shopping area. It also really helps with your bearings because I'm still sort of getting used to where everything is here at the ExCeL. But the London International Horse Show, they've really outdone themselves. It feels so Christmassy here. Like, I can count at least 12 Christmas trees just next to me here. But anyway, let's carry on and have a little bit more look around the shopping area. Alright Joe, thank you so much for coming to the shopping area with me and doing a little bit of Christmas shopping.
No problem at all, but there's just one last place to go.
Oh yeah?
Just walk past it here, look. So, seeing as it's Christmas, I thought we'd come to the Team Stockdale stand.
Of course.
And actually, I've got under here, I've got a little present for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Team Stockdale hoodies. So, you can wear that maybe in one of your videos.
That's awesome. Okay, I'll wear one of my videos if you wear my This Esme helmet in your round tomorrow. No, thank you so much for the hoodie. I really appreciate it. It's really sweet of you.
No problem at all.
Alright, so Joe's gone off to the stables because he's competing later, so he's going to go and check that out. But I'm going to do a little bit more shopping. I thought I might do a little bit of Christmas shopping for the horses, so I'm going to go into Olympia and see what I can find. I've found some very, very Christmassy socks. We've got some candy cane ones, got some holly. We've got little reindeers as well. How cute are those? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I also need to get a Christmas present for Mickey, and I was thinking he probably needs a new head collar. He hasn't had a new head collar for a while. and I thought the azure on him would just look absolutely gorgeous because he's got blue eyes and he's a cremello. I also think the sandy colour with it as well will just look so cute, and it will really make his eyes pop. So I was having a look at the saddle pads, and I really like the rosé, which is similar to the truffle that I already have, which is kind of like a pinky colour. But I was thinking also for Joey, getting him a nice white competition saddle pad would be awesome, especially for 2022. I'm planning on doing a little bit more competing with him. I think this on him would just look gorgeous. And then lastly, I've got to get something for Duke as well. I was eyeing up the Dijon Mini Lemure set because yellow is Duke's sort of colour. It looks really nice on him, and also he is very tiny. But also, I thought I'd have a look at some of the brushes as well because he is the fluffiest boy and he gets dirty pretty easily. So I think some grooming brushes is definitely needed. All right, guys, I see someone a little bit familiar over here. We have Casper and myself, which is very weird to see me printed all big. Don't think I'll ever get used to that. We also have my saddle. So I'm here at the Voltaire design stand. I thought I'd have a little look at their saddles that they have on offer here today. And yeah, what can I say? It's so nice here. I might also need to stock up on a bit more of my leather balsam. So if we go over here, look at all of this. I always find it so satisfying and pretty looking at the breastplates and the stirrup leathers, and oh, look how beautiful that is. I love all the white stitch detailing, and yeah, I think I'll definitely need to stock up on some of these. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed coming around in the shopping area with me. We're going to catch up with Joe later for the course walk. But anyway, I'm going to head to the media centre now and then get ready for my meet and greet and signings later. Welcome to deep behind the scenes here at the London International Horse Show. So I'm currently where all of the jumps are being kept. So we have jump stands. Behind you there, we have a whole wall full of poles, planks. It's like a show jumper's dream here. Something I love about the fences here is just how beautiful they are and how they're all themed to do with London. So we have the London Underground, we have the classic red British post boxes, we even have a Tower Bridge and a fence that looks exactly like Big Ben. Something I love about the London International Horse Show is how it's been going on for so many decades, and you can see from this wall here that there is so much rich history. So there are some really cool photos from back in the days, and if we carry on walking on, I'm going to show you the first horse show that I went to here. Okay, so we might have had to come quite a long way to get to the end, to the first horse show I went to here at London, and that was in 2011. I went with my pony club, and I've been to the London International Horse Show every year since. And my goodness, I've got to say, I feel like it doesn't feel like Christmas for me now unless I go to this show, just because it's definitely become a tradition, and it's just so much fun here, guys. We're now down here in the stables, and by the background you might be able to tell where I am. Yes, we're gonna now go and meet the Shetland Grand National team, and I've got to say, I have never seen stables this blingy before. We have tinsel, we have fairy lights, everything you could imagine, including wrapping paper. We're now here with the Shetland Grand National team, so I'm also here with Molly. So Molly, tell me a little bit more about who we have here.
This is Ninja. He's very fast, and yeah.
Looks like he has definitely made his home here today. He's got a lot of shavings on his rug, so he's had a nice good roll and sleep in here, I suspect. But oh my goodness, I've asked everyone already who they think has the best stable, and I think it might be this one because it is just absolutely covered with lollipops, sweets. I think it's Willy Wonka themed. Yeah. Yep, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That is just so cool. So who here has been competing here the longest? Cool. How many years have you been competing here for?
4 years.
And what is your favourite show to compete at?
Probably the London International Horse Show.
And I heard that some of you guys here, it's your first year here at London, yeah? Your first year, how are you enjoying it so far?
It's great. It's a really fun experience. You get to go to these big shows and meet big people and fun things, and it's really fun to just come to big shows on your Shetland.
I'm now here with Sir Bob Champion. So Bob, tell me a little bit more about how you're involved with the Shetland Grand National.
Well, for about the last 4 years, Vera Akers came to me and said, we'd like to do it for the Bob Champion Cancer Trust. And I actually love doing it, I must admit, and I've seen some good kids go through, and here, you've got some real superstars actually, and some will make jockeys, some will make top show riders, some will make show jumpers, eventers, dressage, every aspect of horsemanship. They are very good. It's what they want to go and do in their lives, and they're very, very competitive. That's what I like about them. They get out there and they do the best they can, and Shetlands aren't the easiest things to ride.
No, they're not. They can be cheeky.
They've got minds of their own, and they do a really, really good job, and I love seeing them do it, and they do it for my cancer trust, and they've raised about 140,000 over the last 4 years.
So that's so amazing.
Absolutely amazing, and the public love them. Don't they get behind them? I've
got to say, the crowd, you can always tell when the Shetland Grand National is on because they are screaming. The atmosphere in there is amazing. So best of luck everybody for later. I'm excited to watch. We're now here with Bonnie, the miniature Shetland, and she was actually here at London 2 years ago, back in 2019 for the show, so it's lovely to see her again. How's she doing?
Yeah, she's been really good this week.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. Well, we will see her centre stage later, I'm sure. Hello everybody, and welcome to the arena here at the London International Horse Show. So at the moment we have some athletes walking the course for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup. They have some really beautiful fences here. There's one that looks just like Tower Bridge, and they also have a London Underground one as well. But anyway, let's go and find Joe Stockdale, do a little bit of a course walk with him and see what he thinks to some of these fences. I'm now here with international show jumper Joe Stockdale. So Joe, you've had a little bit of a walk around the course. How do you prepare your horses for an atmosphere like this? Because obviously you're competing later on this week.
Yeah, it's a massive atmosphere. I mean, you can just feel it around you. A combination with the crowd being so close, the lights, the speaker, and it really just amplifies the whole course. And you'll find a few of those horses early on in the week. They'll definitely be looking at a few things, a little bit unsure of the place, just because it is such a strange atmosphere for them to go into. Now they've jumped a few rounds, it should be a little bit easier.
And what fences do you think that these riders are really going to have to get their eye in and really ride to? Which ones do you think might be a little bit trickier?
Well, I think around a course like this, there's not really anywhere that you can take your eye off the ball and sort of let it slip for a second, but certainly down that long side there's a tough double, there's a tall vertical going in. We've got the Longines combination behind us. That starts off with a double of oxers, one stride to a vertical. So really, really asking questions of the horses and their ability to change their balance and really just be able to come around a corner and pick up on a fence straight away and not be looking at what's around. Even here to the combination, we've got flowers either side on the way in. Just little things that might just throw them off and take their eye off the ball.
Yeah, there's even a Father Christmas over here as well. There's definitely a lot to see. But out of all the horse and rider combinations here today, who do you think are going to be like the top three in your mind?
Well, from such a strong selection of riders, it's hard to pick just three. But, based on the form, Martin Fuchs, he's already won 3 classes here, so he's on fantastic form in this ring. I know Jack Whittaker, he had a win last night. And he's got a very talented, just a 9-year-old he's got in this, but very talented horse, and he's obviously riding in great confidence now. And then, you look at our riders like Scott and Ben, so experienced in this kind of atmosphere, so there's going to be a lot of contenders.
So Joe, what are you thinking in your mind when you're going down a line like this?
Well, we've just had a big oxer off the corner behind us, and then we've got a long straight run right up into the corner here, so right now the horses are going to be a little bit wary of the crowd next to them on the left, and then they've got to think about this big tall vertical going in. Now if you actually walk this distance, this is a little bit short on the distance. The riders might have an option to go one less, but then they're going to have a real trouble coming out on the other side here. So they've got to give the horse enough of a gap here to jump the vertical, but also keep their momentum going forward so they can get to that oxer behind. So again, really asking a lot of questions of them.
Yes, definitely a lot to think about, and I think this class is going to be awesome to watch. Well, anyway, Joe, thank you so much for coming with us on this course walk, and best of luck for the rest of the classes this week.
My pleasure, thank you very much.
Massive congratulations to the 22-year-old rider Harry Charles on winning the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup here at the London International Horse Show. It was definitely one of the most epic jump-offs I've ever seen. But thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the FEI YouTube channel.